Day 1. I'm aboard the Titanic. Every room, every face, every moment feels unreal. I know the history of this ship, but living it is something completely different. I'm walking up the gangway now. Nobody notices that I don't belong here. My clothes are different. My world is different. But in 4 days, This is the grand staircase. I've seen photographs, documentaries, and movies, but none of them prepared me for this moment. It's breathtaking. Every detail feels alive. I'm running my hand across the polished oak railing. The craftsmanship is incredible. It's strange touching something that I know won't survive the week. Southampton is disappearing behind us now. The voyage has officially begun. Everyone is celebrating. Everyone is smiling. I probably shouldn't be filming this, but a smartphone in 1912 feels like magic. If anyone here saw what this device could do, they'd think I came from another planet. Days pass as the Titanic cuts across the Atlantic. The ocean never seems to end. At night, the stars are brighter than anything I've ever seen. I'm sitting in first class surrounded by wealth, elegance, and luxury. Crystal glasses, fine china, perfect service. Yet all I can think about is how temporary all of this is. The lower decks feel like another world. Every corridor leads somewhere new. Every door hides another story waiting to be discovered. The boiler rooms are overwhelming. Heat, noise, and endless labor. Hundreds of men work below deck to keep this floating city moving. The sunrise over the Atlantic is beautiful. The sea is calm, the air is cold. Looking at the horizon, it's impossible to imagine disaster waiting somewhere ahead. Tonight, I'm spending time with third-class passengers. Their music fills the room with life. Despite their hardships, they seem happier than many of the wealthy passengers upstairs. Standing on deck at night, I finally understand the scale of this ship. Out here, surrounded by darkness, Titanic feels like an entire world floating through space. I've never seen a sky like this. No city lights, no airplanes, just stars stretching forever across the heavens. It's beautiful and unsettling at the same time. I tried warning an officer today. I told him danger was coming. He smiled politely and dismissed me. To him, I'm just another nervous passenger. Every clock I pass reminds me of the same thing. Time is running out. Nobody else feels it. Nobody else hears the countdown. It's hard to accept that this beauty exists so close to tragedy. I'm writing everything down. Every face, every conversation, every detail. If history refuses to listen to me, at least these pages will remember. I met a young boy today. We laughed together watching seagulls circle the ship. He doesn't know his place in history. Maybe that's a blessing. The first-class lounge is full tonight. Music, laughter, and conversation fill the air. Everyone is enjoying themselves. I'm the only person in the room who knows how this story ends. I'm standing at the stern watching the ship's wake disappear into the Atlantic. It feels like we're leaving the entire world behind us. The wireless operators work endlessly, sending messages across invisible waves. They have no idea how important their room will soon become. I borrowed a tuxedo tonight. For a moment, I almost blend in. Then I remember who I am and where I come from. Dolphins are racing alongside the ship. Everyone on deck is smiling. For a few minutes, the future doesn't matter. For a few minutes.
April 14th, 1912. The sun is setting for the last time on the Titanic. Everyone around me admires the beauty of the evening.
The lookout bell just rang. My heart stopped instantly. This is the moment I've been dreading since I stepped aboard. History is no longer approaching. It's here. The impact feels smaller than I expected. Just a shudder running through the ship. Most passengers barely notice it. But I know exactly what that sound means. Water is already entering the lower decks. The crew is trying to stay calm. Passengers are confused. Panic hasn't started yet, but it won't be long.
A child is trapped behind me. The water keeps rising. I don't have time to think. I grab him and lift him towards safety. Tonight, every second matters. Every second matters. I've reached the boat deck. The scene is chaos. Lifeboats are being prepared. Officers are shouting orders. People are finally beginning to understand the truth.
They offered me a place in a lifeboat. I looked around and saw an elderly woman with nowhere to go. I stepped back. Some choices define who we are. The band is still playing, even now. As the ship tilts beneath their feet, they continue performing. It's one of the bravest things I've ever witnessed. The deck is becoming steeper by the minute. People are losing their footing. Some are praying, some are screaming, some are simply staring in disbelief. I look up at the stars one last time, the same stars that watched over sailors for centuries. Strange how peaceful the sky can seem while everything below falls apart. The situation is critical. The ocean stretches below. I focus on survival and make my move. The cold is unlike anything I've ever felt. The icy water drains my strength with every passing moment. Around me, distant voices echo across the dark ocean. I found a piece of floating wreckage. It's barely enough to keep me alive. The screams around me grow fewer with every passing minute. From the water, I watch the stern rise into the night sky. Titanic looks almost unreal now, like a giant monument standing against the stars. And then she's gone. The greatest ship in the world disappears beneath the Atlantic. Silence replaces noise. Darkness replaces light. I've been floating for what feels like forever. My hands are numb. My body is exhausted. Survival has become... The ocean is endless. The stars reflect on the water like mirrors. The screams have faded. The silence is somehow worse. I can't stop replaying the sinking in my mind. Every face, every voice, every moment. History books never captured what it truly felt like. The final sounds of Titanic still echo in my ears. The groaning steel, the breaking hull, the cries of thousands. I'll never forget them. Hours pass in darkness. I drift alone beneath the stars. Somewhere below me lies the wreck of the ship that changed history forever. Wait, lights, far on the horizon. Tiny at first, but growing brighter. For the first time since the sinking, I feel hope. Hands reach down from above. Someone grabs my arm. I'm being pulled aboard the Carpathia. Against all odds, I've survived. Everywhere I look, survivors sit in silence. Some cry, some pray, some simply stare into space. We all left a part of ourselves out there tonight. They wrapped me in blankets and sat me on deck. I should feel grateful. Instead, I can't stop staring at the empty ocean behind us. The sun is rising over the Atlantic. I open my notebook and write 4 words. I survived the Titanic. Even now, it doesn't feel real.